Hi guys. So our library books are due back tomorrow and we still have quite a few that we need to read. So I decided to record me reading a few to you along with the videos and activities from the StoryTime sheets from the county library. I have a few friends with me that you might recognize. So if you're watching this, you might want to grab a snuggle buddy and cuddle up and enjoy. The first theme that we're going to read about is family. We're going to read about family. And we have a few different books here. So on the recommendation list, they have some books that we can check out another time. But the books that they gave us, the first one is called When I Grow Up. When I Grow Up by Diane Good. Illustrated by Caldecott honor artist Diane Good. Oh, and written by Julie Chen. Mom, when I grow up, what do you think I will be? Will I be funny or smart? Do you think I'll live near or far? Will I be a baker and make the world a sweeter place to live? Will I be a teacher and let dogs come to school? That looks so fun. Will I be a writer and tell stories of places far away and long ago? Will I be the mayor and let kids run the town? Will I be a climber and reach the mountaintops? Will I be a gardener and plant seeds all around and watch them grow? Will I be an astronaut and see the world from afar? Will I be a painter and make the world more beautiful? Will I be a builder and watch my buildings touch the sky? Will I be a musician and fill the world with lovely sounds? Mom, I can't wait to grow up. When you grow up, you can be whatever you dream. No matter what, I will always be there for you. Just like now, I'll always hold on. Let's dream of tomorrow together. The end. Okay. And I have a video called Love Grows One by One, and it has the words and the motions, so we can try it together when you watch this.
Love grows one by one, two by two, and four by. Love grows one by one, two by two, and four why don't we make a song? Voice by voice we sing it. Choir by choir we fill up the world with the music that we bring it. Love grows one by one, two by two, and four by four. Love grows round like a circle, comes back knocking at your front door. So let me take your hands, my friend. We'll each take a hand of another. Hand in hand we'll reach round the world to our sisters and our brothers. Love grows one by one, two by two, and four by four. Love grows round like a circle, comes back knocking at your front door. Love grows one by one, two by two, and four by four. Love grows round like a circle, comes back knocking at your front door. Comes back knocking at your front door.
Right, the next book we have is called Gaston. Gaston, words by Kelly DiPuccio, pictures by Christian Robinson. Mrs. Poodle admired her new puppies, Fifi, Fufu, Ooh La La, and Gaston. Would you like to see them again? Fifi, Fufu, Ooh La La, and Gaston. Perfectly precious, aren't they? Mrs. Poodle thought so too. The puppies grew, as puppies do. 3 were no bigger than teacups. The 4th, however, continued to grow and grow until he was the size of a teapot. Mrs. Poodle took pride in teaching her puppies how to be proper pooches. They were taught to sip, never slobber. Good. Well done. Very nice. Nice try. They were taught to yip, never yap. Yip, yip, yip. Ruff. And they were taught to walk with grace, never race. Tip, toe, tippy toe. Whoa. The puppies were also taught how to look pretty and pink, nibble their kibble, and ride in style. Whatever the lesson, Gaston always worked the hardest, practiced the longest, and smiled the biggest. Mrs. Poodle was very pleased with her puppies. Fifi, Fufu, Ooh La La, and Gaston. Spring arrived, and the proud mother was eager to show off her darlings. She took them to the park for their very first stroll in public. There was much to see: daffodils, ducklings, dogs. Oh dear, what do we have here? Rocky, Ricky, Bruno, and Antoinette. Would you like to see them again? Rocky, Ricky, Bruno, and Antoinette. This was more than a little awkward. The mothers sized up the pups. The pups sized up each other. One another. Pardon. It seems there's been a terrible mistake, Mrs. Bulldog said, breaking the silence. Oui, oui, Mrs. Poodle agreed sadly. Whatever shall we do? Mrs. Bulldog could not come up with an answer. I guess we'll let them decide, she replied at last. Gaston and Antoinette were young, but even they could see that there had been a mix-up. The two puppies began to circle around and around the group. Gaston walked with grace. Antoinette raced. Gaston yipped. Antoinette yapped. And when they finally came to a stop, the puppies had traded places. There. That looked right. It just didn't feel right. That evening, Antoinette tried to fit in with her new sisters, but she did not like anything proper or precious or pink. Food! On the other side of town, Gaston tried to fit in with his new brothers, but he did not like anything brutish or brawny or brown. Ick! Antoinette and Gaston weren't the only ones who were having a hard time adjusting. The next morning, Mrs. Poodle forgot all about being proper and raced back to the park. Mrs. Bulldog was already there, waiting with her burly brood. It seems we've made a terrible mistake, she nearly shouted. Oui, oui, Mrs. Poodle agreed happily. This time, Gaston and Antoinette wasted no time trading places. There. That looked right, and it felt right, too. From that day forward, the families met in the park every afternoon to play. Rocky, Ricky, Bruno, and Antoinette taught the poodle puppies a thing or two about being tough. Likewise, Fifi, Fufu, Ooh La La, and Gaston taught the bulldog puppies a thing or two about being tender. And many years later, when Gaston and Antoinette fell in love and had puppies of their own, they taught them to be whatever they wanted to be. The end. Okay. And our next video is called The More We Get Together by The Learning Station.
This is The More We Get Together, and I'm going to sing it for you twice through. The more we get together, 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 the more we get together, the happier we'll be. For your friends are my friends, and my friends are your friends. The more we get together, the happier we'll be. The more we get together, 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 the more we get together, the happier we'll be. For your friends are my friends, and my friends are your friends. The more we get together, the happier we'll be. That's a lovely song, and if you wanted to try a different version of it that talks a little bit about reading in books, we've got a video called The More We Read Together, and that's a fun one as well. So we'll link that down below, and we hope you check it out.
The last book we have for the family theme is called Feast for 10 by Catherine Falwell. one cart into the grocery store. 2 pumpkins for pie. 3 chickens. 4 children off to look for more. 5 kinds of beans. 6 bunches of greens. 7 dill pickles stuffed in a jar. 8 ripe tomatoes. 9 plump potatoes. 10 hands help to load the car. Then 1 car home from the grocery store. 2 will look. 3 will cook. 4 will taste and ask for more. 5 empty cans. 6 pots and pans. 7 more carrots to wash and peel. 8 platters down. 9 chairs around. 10 hungry folks to share the meal. The end. Well, we have read a lot about families today, besides me. Who else is in your family? And when you think about your family, what makes you feel grateful, thankful? What makes you feel thankful and happy? What are some special things that you do with us that make you feel happy? Do you like playing board games, or going outside, or snuggling up and reading, or cooking with us in the kitchen? What makes you feel thankful and happy? For the craft, we're going to make a family tree by taking our brown paper. We're going to trace our hands, and the hand and wrist is going to be the trunk and the branches of our tree. And then we're going to cut out these leaves, and the leaves are going to be the family members. So Mommy, Daddy, Lily, Rosie. You could do your aunts and uncles and your cousins, all kinds of family members, whoever you want to include in your family tree. And we'll glue those onto our branches. And when we're finished, it should look like this. All right, that's it for now.